up, everybody? We're just going straight into it. Hope that you guys are doing well on this Saturday. I mean, for me at least, afternoon. Let me know if you're hearing anything like background noises or of some sort. It's very windy today, extremely windy. So, it's not really that much I can do with it. I can still, of course, figure out the mic settings for next time. But either way, make sure you like this video here and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as we are on the road to 6K, of course, before this year ends. And we would like to get 10, no, technically 10K before this year ends, but we're slowly getting there. Consider becoming an SFT member. The link is in the description box. It's just another way to help support the community growth. We have been live for a hot minute, so it's nice to be live. We're gonna do a sweet little reaction for our final preseason game as we play Fiorentina, a return for my guy Dave, aka David De Gea, and I'm happy for the guy. He deserved to get that proper welcome, a little present, and all of that. He deserved it. So, because it felt like we completely cut ties, and the departure seemed very not so good. And he deserved better. With being such a long servant of the club, my guy Dave deserved a better send off than what he got. And this was for us in a way to be like, sorry, I hope you're good. Fans are here at Old Trafford. Let's give you the proper send off you deserve then. And we did. But before that happened, we did have some players being presented. Obviously, our newest addition with Matthias Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, and Diogo Leon, although technically we bought him in the last window back in January, February, but he joined us now. Been playing preseason, didn't play today, but he playing some of the games. And lastly, which happened very quickly, Benjamin Šečko, the Slovenian international, now is a Man United player. Wasn't able to play in today's game. Maybe we'll see him on the bench against Arsenal next Sunday. Potentially, that could definitely happen, but wasn't playing today. But it did get presented like an unveiling. Yes. Well, then, big up to you, says big up stuff. I didn't watch the game, but I'm here for your reaction. Unbeaten preseason, 2 trophies. Arsenal could never. Yes, we're gonna be shameless. We will be shameless because it's funny. Football is about banter, guys. We are unbeaten in preseason. Okay, we have won 2 preseason cups. Who does that? It could never be Arsenal. It could never. But the thing is, though, today's game wasn't the best, and we're going to talk about it. We have Bayonde, who started, Heaven, Maguire, Yoro, Dorgu, Ahmad, Casemiro, and Bruno, as well as Mbeumo and Mount, and then Cunha up top. And for me, I wasn't mad at that because you do need to have even some of the players like Casemiro and Mount, who's been playing sometimes here and there, but not that much. They did need to get some minutes. So, yeah, I wasn't shocked. Sorry. There's just some people around the neighborhood that do be having like a proper Fast and Furious settings, like right across the road here. So annoying. So apologies if you're hearing a lot of background noise in terms of that. I'm filming in my balcony, little studio here, so it's the best that I can do with the space that I have, but we make do of what we have. Alright? But what I was saying was I was okay with them starting. Hojlund didn't start for me. Thing is, though, Hojlund didn't play in the entire game, and he's been kind of in a way forced out of the club. Milan is very interested. They want to do a loan. They're willing to give us a little bit of a loan fee, maybe even cover the entire wages. The fact that you aren't even playing, like not even getting a few minutes, that to me is a sign of him leaving for sure. We don't know about Šeško's new numbers. You know what I'm thinking? I think that Hojlund leaves and that Šeško gets the number 9 number. That's what I think is going to happen. We're going to force him out, and Šeško gets that number 9. We shouldn't have given Hojlund that number 9 shirt to begin with, if we're being very honest about that. In my humble opinion, I don't think we should have ever done that. But here we are, and we've done that. And that's something that we just got to live with. But you can still rectify your faults. That is always something that is possible, But either way, so Fiorentina actually started off the strongest with a 1-0 goal from a corner in the 7th minute. This was horrible defending from Man United. I'm so sick and tired of this zonal marking. Please, can we do old school man marking? Get your guy, mark him. Obviously, don't have a short guy trying to mark up a tall guy. That doesn't make sense. Or like a really tall physical one. That doesn't make any sense. That just kind of defeats the purpose. But, man-to-man marking. Old school. Let that be the case, because what we were trying, I don't know how to pronounce it, was Zoom. He was completely unmarked for Fiorentina, and he scored. Hojlund not even attempting to save it, but probably caught off guard. We had, I think, all of the players, or the defense in the midfield was mostly looking at Edin Dzeko, the former Man City, into the player. Even though he played for Man City, I actually really did like Edin Dzeko. It's one of them players that I don't really hate him, And also he played for Inter, so it's like, But he rather old. I think he might be 37 or so now. Like he a old buck at this point now for sure. But we were focused on him, so nobody was then looking at some like, oh, we might potentially need to mark him. We need to look at the guy because he's just having the time of his life. Boom, scored. It was a good goal. Oh my God. It's so windy. What is happening? It's been windy the whole week. Insane. I think I don't know for you guys that live in the UK, I believe it's been probably very windy for you guys. So I think all of that wind is coming from there across here to Norway, but it is what it is. Definitely a sign that Hojlund is leaving. However, I'm concerned about injuries. Šeško, Zirkzee, and Obi isn't enough depth. I agree with that. It isn't. Definitely isn't. Yes, we know, like right now in preseason, we've been trying to have like Cunha up top and Mbeumo up top. I still like that is okay, an option, but the thing is, they're so much better with having them in the tens. Like Cunha, he don't want to just sit up there up front and wait for the ball. Like he wants to be integral. He wants to constantly have the ball. So, which isn't a bad thing. And I think in a lot of ways we're going to not utilize his strengths if we end up not having him playing that 10. But I hear you, Llewellyn. Hojlund leaving, he still do need to leave though, but you could still get, I don't know, another striker. Regardless, for me, I'm not solely sold on Šeško. I hope he bangs. I hope he kills it. I hope he kills it. I do. He's going to be wearing Man United shirts, of course. I want him to be successful. I want him to do well. That will never not be the case. Please, I beg you, do well, But we have to wait and see. So I felt like Fiorentina started off well. They were on the front foot. They were pressing. They were, not that I'm not one of those that didn't expect Fiorentina to be decent because, I'd be watching Serie A. I'm not one of those that downplays Serie A. You know, I'm an avid watcher of it. And Fiorentina finished about sixth. Like, they're not a bad team. They were at some point where they were actually in a title race, you know, throughout the season. So we're not gonna sugarcoat that. Of course, the physicality of both of the leagues are different. Yes, we're not gonna dismiss that. But either way, Fiorentina came in and they came to play, which showed. I felt like the first 15, 20 minutes for us was rough, but then after that, I did feel like we started to look better. There were some intricate parts of play that I did like, so I did feel like we had like an okay, decent-ish first half. Not the best. I do feel like some of the other games was way, way better, but I'm not going to sit there and say that I was like annoyed with first half because that's not the case. Second half, though, is a different story. We'll talk about that in a bit. In the 24th minute, we made it 1-1, basically an own goal, though, from a Bruno corner. And it was 1-1. And obviously, the game ended in 1-1. 29th minute, we could have scored, though. Wonderful save from David. Close from Yoro. Brilliant cross from Mbeumo. So my first half thoughts was Cunha looked pretty good for me. Pressing wise, the way he drives with the ball, like he's a proper ball carrier. He looks so good. Very, very good. The way he just drives it forward, you know? But that midfield that we have, it needs to get a lot better. It's not good enough whatsoever. It really isn't. Attack, I did feel like was all right in first half. We were trying to do a lot of stuff. I think Ahmad looked a little bit frustrating the first few minutes, but he grew more and more into the game. But I didn't feel like he was overall amazing like he's been in some of the other preseason games, in my opinion. Casemiro, though, I love him. I will always love Casemiro, but he was poor today. And it showed. He was not as bad as Ugarte in the last game, but he was poor. And that's okay to admit. He was poor. It wasn't as good. So yeah, that's kind of my first half thoughts. In the second half, second half, I was looking at the time. I was even able to, because I had somebody come over because I was selling like a small dishwasher that didn't really fit my kitchen. So I had somebody come over and, sell it to them. I was able to do that while the game was going on, and I still didn't miss anything in second half. That's how much of a snooze fest second half was. I was able to do something else that wasn't me watching the game for those few minutes. And it was quick, not that many minutes, but still, yeah, that says a lot. Second half was quite poor. Everybody was just looking, you know. I do want to say though, I do think Mount was all right. I do think that he was doing a lot of stuff, but regardless, we gotta fix that midfield. 72nd minute, Casemiro, Maguire, and then Mbeumo got subbed off for the Ligt, Menu, Shaw, and Dalot. I feel like I missed one more with Casemiro, Maguire. Heaven also got subbed off. So the other came in. Heaven looked to be, I hope he's okay, but he went out with a knock. Looked like he was limping at some point, so I hope he's okay. We haven't even seen Mazraoui play at all in preseason. He's been out with the knock. And Zirkzee, so we do not need more injuries. No bueno, so I hope he'll be okay. 79th minute, we had a big chance from Cunha, which he should have scored. I felt like it was great play, like a proper link-up play between Mount and Bruno. So hopefully that continues. Yoro with another chance, but with the header, but it was directly on the hair, so not difficult. 83rd minute, Ugarte subbed in, I should say, for Mount. And then in the 85th minute, Moise Kean with a shot that Bayonde is saved, but it was offside. 86th minute, De Gea got subbed off. He got proper round of applause from everybody at the stadium, and rightfully so. He deserved it 100%. The game ended in 1-1, but we did have a penalty shootout because we did have like this Snapdragon Cup. They try to make these friendlies in preseason be a bit more exciting when you have like a trophy on the line. The trophy are insignificant, of course, but it's a little bit fun with kind of bantering and be like, oh my God, we're winning silverware in preseason. Look at us. We're stacking it up. But we won that. We had every one of our penalty takers actually score. And some really good ones. And that penalty was really good. First, I thought it went outside, but no. It was kind of like a half Panenka in a way. But it was nice. Kobe took the final one. And Bayonne did save one. We, obviously scored ours. We won. There you have it. Now it's a week and a day until we properly start the season. I need to use this weekend to plan the content for the next few days and at least the first few weeks. 2 weeks probably. So to make some good content, I want to be more consistent. I haven't been as consistent in the summer, unfortunately, with moving and stuff. But I want to be consistent now, and that is something that I will be able to do. And I think I will be. So stay tuned for all that. I'm going to be still posting videos every now and then. Mondays usually off. But the rest of the week, we're going to pump in content. Some streams, of course. I'm still contemplating whether or not I will be starting doing watch-alongs again. I'm very unsure. I don't think I can do it for United because I know myself. I know I'm going to say some foul stuff, and I don't need that to be out on the internet because I will not be able to control myself respectfully. So, yeah. So, I am crying, by the way, you're still on slow mode in Twitch. Oh, I always be forgetting to switch up and change up the Twitch thing. Thank you, though. Big up. Hope you're doing well. Keep getting the likes up, by the way, people. Keep getting the likes up and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really, really excited for the season to start. I really do hope that Man United will. I do think that we ain't finishing 15 and all of that stuff again, but I do hope that we can do well, do something. And I hope we can win a trophy. I would love to win the FA Cup again, I think that could be nice. Winning the FA Cup. Hopefully we can make that happen. But we need to see. We need to wait. So, like I said, first game, Arsenal. And pick up some. Yes, they did. Dave. Fulham. I believe we then also have, I think it's Chelsea. Let me double check our next few games. First few games in the league. Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley. Okay. City and then Chelsea. Interesting. Tough few first games, but we still should be able to do something. We'll see. For me, there is no excuse on Amorim. No excuse for Amorim. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. If this doesn't work out, it is on you. It is on you, respectfully. If Cunha and Mbeumo doesn't bang, off, you know what I mean, though? If they don't rock up the thing, then I don't know. Then we are cursed. Then I'm gonna say that we, Man United, are cursed. Literally, I will. Clement says 8 to 10 plays should be the goal this season. No, I'm sorry. Even just with Mbeumo and Cunha, I'm saying it should be getting Europa League. I'm sorry. Baleba, If you bring him in Donnarumma, then I'm saying top 4. I don't care. I don't care. What are we saying? Just because we finished 15 doesn't mean we just have to lower our standards, say 8, 10. I'm not doing an 8, 10. I'm trying to hold my club to a proper standard. I'm not doing this 8, 10. We're not an 8, 10 club. No, we're not. No, we're not. No. You should try to get Miss Melina on to preview Arsenal. Yeah, you know what? Pick up to her. I'm going to see what I can do. Šeško is a big thing, I guess. Not my first choice, or not even a choice at all, but we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. So yeah, she is goated. Big up to her. She's doing wonderful things. Great content creator. I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to mention. So I might just wrap it up. This wasn't going to be the login. It's just a pre-season one, you know? But I will be doing a preview for the United versus Arsenal game, and I will be doing a live reaction, obviously, right after. And then we have some videos that will be dropping every now and then. Some kit ratings, videos, as such, and we'll see. I'm back to playing football. Finally feel both mentally and physically recovered. That's amazing, Hassan. Love to hear that. Love to hear things like that. So good to hear that you're doing good in those aspects. Big up. Thank you guys for being here. Excited to be back. Need to fix up some stuff for upcoming season. I'm excited. Try to update the graphics and all that, and yeah, I'm really gassed for the new season, even regardless of this game today. Let's be happy. Yeah. So like this video here, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you watch this on the replay, do let me know your thoughts about the game in the comment section, and I'll see you guys soon. If there's any news breaking tomorrow, then we'll be live then. Other than that, there will be probably a video dropping on Monday. So yeah, peace out, so peace out. Bye-bye.